Hey guys, welcome to Queen D's Life and Tarot. If this is your first time checking out my channel, if you could hit the like and subscribe button, I'd really appreciate that. To everybody returning, it's nice to see you again. Thank you so much for coming back. So sorry about last time about how I had to cut that video short. Obviously, my girls got home and it was my day off, so I had them for the day and we enjoyed the day together and everything, and it was pretty awesome. There's this homeless family that I met a couple weeks ago that I am working with helping right now, and I'm actually trying to work on creating a GoFundMe account for them, and I want to give more info about the family that I met and their current situation and things that I really want to do to try to help them, and just just spread the word about them. Honestly, I think it would be really cool to try to help them. And yeah, so anyways, I'll get more into that in another video, like I was saying. The last video, I was still talking about my childhood and the things that I went through that brought me on this ascension path. I think I left off talking about my ex-husband, Jose, and our baby girl, Nevaeh. So I would like to finish that. Also, if the incense is gonna bother some of you, let me know in the comments if you care to, and I will make sure not to have it in the video next time. I just really like to have my incense and my candles and stuff. It calms me, and you know, see, I have some meditation music on. I was just doing my meditation right before this, and I've got my crystals over here and everything. Excuse me for looking really tired. It's 1 in the morning, to be honest. So yeah, I have work in the morning, but I really wanted to get this done. This is something that's very important to me, and like I said, I'm really excited about this, so I'm going to put my best foot forward, and I'm going to try to do as much as I can. Like I said, I'm a mom, so excuse me for delays on some videos. I am also working from my phone. So yeah, I don't quite know how to edit and those kinds of things. So yeah, just for a little bit, my videos might be a little bit, I will try to have them as not all over the place as can be. Yeah, I will really work on that my best. But yeah, so as I was saying, Jose, he is a great father, and I would never take that from him. There were just a lot of things in our marriage that they just weren't kosher, you know. I felt very alone, especially in my second pregnancy. And if you know me, I get very sick when I am pregnant. I get HG, which is hyperemesis gravidarum. If I butchered that, sorry. It's just really long, and I normally call it HG. But anyways, so yeah, I had that, and it's a sickness where you basically are sick constantly, literally from night, day, middle of the night. It really does not matter. You are going to be sick all the time. And yeah, I ended up losing 50 pounds from both my pregnancies together. And you know, it could have been in addition to stress and the things that I was going through and whatnot, but you know, most people don't typically get that sick or have to go through that. And so that is something I also want to spread awareness about, because not a lot of people know about that kind of sickness during pregnancies. There's a lot of other sicknesses that you can get during pregnancies that I also want to talk about. Not necessarily I had, but I know a lot of other mothers had, and I would love to bring some moms on my channel also, so that we could talk about those kinds of things too, if you are a mom and would like to talk about those things. So yeah, getting sidetracked, surprise. But yeah, like I was saying, we just had a lot of differences. I felt very alone. I felt like I didn't really have support in the marriage, as he didn't feel like he had the love and support that he needed also. And it was just causing us to fight a lot about everything, you know. And even though we seem to be fine on social media, that actually happens in a lot of people's lives, believe it or not. And as good as they may seem to be on social media, some people are, but a lot of people aren't. And I'm just gonna keep it real with that, you know, because society these days really think that you have to make everything look so perfect when it's not. And that's something I've had to really come to terms with, is that not everything in my life is going to be perfect, and I can't let everybody in my life think that everything is perfect, because truth is there's a lot of things that aren't perfect, you know? And so I really did not want to speak on things that happened in our marriage, because I'm like, it's not anybody's business. And yes, I'm not going to go into deep details, but I just wanted to say, like, yeah, you really do not know what is going on in people's homes or behind closed doors. And so just a lot of shit went down, and it had gotten to the point where neither of us were happy at all anymore, and we were on and off for like the last 4 or 5 months. We kept breaking up, getting back together, breaking up, getting back together, of course, because you know, a lot of people want to keep their families together, and you'll do what you can do or whatever you have to do to try to keep your family together. And that's exactly what we did. And it came to the point where I was like, you know, Jose, we know that we have a lot of love for each other, and that's what matters, but let's use that love to let each other go, and let each other be happy, whether it be us alone or with someone else. Just, we need to be happy on our own so that we could be happy for our children. And that's what a lot of people don't realize these days. And I am not encouraging to break up homes or anything like that. I'm just saying that if something clearly isn't working out, and you are constantly trying to fit a square into a circle or just some shit like that, it's not gonna work, okay? And you know, you can give it your all as much as you want, but nobody deserves to live a life where you were constantly fighting, wondering if you're gonna survive the next month in this relationship or marriage and whatnot. Just knowing that the other partner's not happy, just knowing you may be feeling that you're trying your best and your other partner doesn't see it, vice versa, things like that and whatnot. And so I just really want to bring more awareness to that also. There's a lot of things that I would really like to speak about in my life that I have learned, and yeah, I guess I kind of sound like a peacemaker. Don't get me wrong, I really can stand up for myself when it comes time for me to, and those people who know me know that I really don't take bullshit from anybody, especially now where I am in my life. I really know my standards, and I really know who I am as a person, and I will try to come off humble as humble as I can, but I also like to stand in my power and let people know that I do have a backbone, as much as I may seem to be, as much as I may be a pushover sometimes and things like that. I will stand up for myself, because I have been through things that have taught me that I am the only person who truly has my back in the end. And so if I really want to get through life, I have to be there for me when nobody else is. You know what I mean? And there were a lot of people who told me to stay in the marriage, and, you know, just keep working. And, you know, I did. I really did. We both did. But sometimes love isn't enough, to be real. If you don't have trust, if you don't have honesty in certain things, if you don't have that compassion, if you just don't have that, I mean, you can have the bond, but like I said, if you just don't have that trust, trust is everything. If you can't trust somebody, how are you going to move forward? You can't, because you're constantly thinking about what that person did or what that person said, or you know, what if somebody else does this to me in my future? You might think, you might just think everybody is just out against you. And that is something that I went through. And I had to learn that I cannot rely on other people's actions. I cannot take other people's actions into blame for myself. I can't take accountability for how other people think, feel, and act, you know? People are people, and we all have our free will to be who and what we want to be, and it is what it is. You know, you have to accept that, and you have to love people for who they are. You just genuinely have to put your feet in other people's shoes so that you can see their perspective and see where they're coming from. And you guys, like, I have worked a lot on this. I really did not want to see other people's sides for a long time. I just wanted to be all about me. For a part of the time, you know, it really was like that, because I was like, man, I really deserve to be selfish. I dealt with all this stuff, and I just feel like it's time for me to do what I want to make me happy as a person. And yes, you should do that. You really should do what makes you happy, because even though I do believe in reincarnation and past lives and stuff like that, which I will get more into, you still have things that you need to learn and go through in life to make you who you were supposed to be in the end. And so sorry yeah, going really long into that, but it's something I really am trying to show people, you know, because yeah, a lot of people in the collective are actually dealing with this right now, and a lot of people don't realize it. A lot of people don't want to speak about it. A lot of people don't want to be real about it. And I just do, you know. I have all of these thoughts and ideas of things that I can tell people and try to explain to people and whatnot. And, you know, only the people who really want to help themselves, and only the people who really want to hear other people's opinions, and people who really want to grow for themselves will listen to others. They will be more open-minded to other people. They will have a bigger heart, just all sorts of things. And everybody goes on their path in different ways. Everybody is different, so everybody will do things in their own way and whatnot. But this is just kind of the way I see things and the way I like to look at things. But so yeah, I got to the point where I was like, you know, this isn't healthy for the girls to see. And it took a little while for both of us to realize that. It was hard. And we finally both came to terms where we were like, okay, this really isn't cool anymore. So yeah, we decided to try to start splitting up. And we yeah, it was just really hard. We try to get along the best we can. We co-parent the best we can, and our girls we both love our girls equally. And we care about those little ones so much, and we truly are trying to do the best we can for them. Being a young parent is hard. Being a parent in general is really hard. You know, you really just want to do what's best for your children, and you know, you really can't judge other people for doing what they feel is best for their children. Everybody is in different situations and things like that. So just really try to be more open-minded. Like I said, really try to think of what people may really be going through. So yeah, and it was really hard for me also to go through the separation, because like I said, I saw my mom and my biological dad go through that when I was 2, and I haven't seen him since I was 2, so it's been 21 years. I do plan on seeing him in August, which is really awesome. I'm super excited to finally reconnect with him and meet him and have him meet my daughters and everything. I think that's going to be super awesome. And also, I saw my mom and my stepdad go through a divorce when I was in middle school, also in my freshman year. So that was a lot, and I saw them fighting and stuff all the time. So basically, I had felt like in my marriage, I was reliving my childhood with my mom and stepdad, as weird as that sounds, but that's exactly how I felt. And there was a lot of good in our marriage. There was a lot of good, okay? Like, we were best friends. There was so much that I will never forget, you know, and I hold those memories close to my heart. But you know, I do believe he was a soulmate to me. Excuse me. But you know, I personally believe you have multiple soulmates in your life, as weird as that sounds, and I will get more into detail about that in a different video also, because there's a lot of things I want to talk about, soul path and soul contracts and things like that, if anybody is also interested in those types of things that I'm really into. But yeah, so we are just trying our best to move forward. I'm still in the separation right now. We just currently started sharing the girls 50-50, so that is something I'm still trying to get used to, and it's really hard going from having a family all night and day to being completely split up, and it is really hard on the kids, but I know in the end that they'll be happier, and we'll both be happier, we'll both be able to do what we want separately and try to go for our dreams and our goals and stuff like that, so yeah, that's pretty much what I want to talk about with Jose, I guess I would say. Right now, I'm really just trying to put my feet in the ground stable again. I'm really just trying to figure out how to live single mom life, how to be by myself. It's really weird. I love to be alone, like, don't get me wrong, but it's just really weird going from one major thing to the next, and that's all I'm saying. So excuse me, I have allergies and it's freezing in my room. I don't know why, but it's always super cold in my room. It's whew. But yeah, anyways, so my view about the journey basically is you really have to love yourself first, no matter what situation in or where you are in your life. The first thing to growing as a person is self-love. If you don't have self-love, you really don't have anything. How can you love somebody else? How can you share love or anything of yourself if you don't have your cup of love overflowing in abundance already, or of love and things like that already? You know what I mean? And so you really have to know who you are as a person. You have to know what you really want to do in life. And when I was in my marriage towards the end, I started feeling like I'm not meant to be married right now. I felt like I'm meant to do something else. My life is supposed to be heading in a different direction. And to my close family members that I had talked to during the time, they knew I was saying these things, and yeah, I told them, like, if I keep feeling this way for a month or two longer, then I have to move on, because it's not okay to drag on somebody that you don't plan on spending your life with or being with, And I know it's hard to let go of people and whatnot, but if you truly don't see a future with them, don't waste their time, please. That's all I ask. And I'm not trying to be like hard on people or anything. I'm just trying to get people to be more genuine to others, and I'm just trying to give the truth to people who may need it. Also, just saying, this is for everybody, okay? Yeah, but so self-love, really, that's something I really had to learn to do, because I was living mom life all the time, and as much as everybody knows I love being a mom, I really lost myself. I was at home all the time. I had no hobbies. I literally I had depression, anxiety. I didn't want to go out and do anything. I had postpartum depression, just all of the sorts, you know what I mean? Yeah. Just everything. It was hard. It was hard for me to be the right mom. It was hard for me to be the right wife. And so I was like, look, we were really young and we jumped fast, and I do not regret anything. You guys, I really don't regret anything that I've done in my life, because I know that everything I've gone through in my life has happened for a reason to bring me here to this moment, And so, yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Sorry, but, okay. What I want to move on to now is about working together. So, like I said, I really am just trying to get people to open their eyes more to other people's feelings and things like that, just so we could be more compassionate to one another and show more respect and love to one another. I know it's hard, especially in this generation, and how a lot of people were raised or how people come off nowadays, but I really want people to try to start working better together. You know, this world is really cruel, and we don't need any more of that. We could really use some more love spread around. We could really use some more reaching hands and help from other people. And you know, do it out of the kindness of your heart. Don't do it expecting anything in return. Just do it because you feel it's right to do it. And that's something I am doing and working on also, because I believe that as long as you are doing your best and you are putting your best foot forward and really having faith in the universe, in the world, a higher power, whoever you believe in, then yeah, I really do believe that you will be blessed. And everybody is going to have their ups and downs. It's life. You have to have your ups and downs. You have to have your lessons. Like I said, if you don't have your lessons, how are you going to grow as a person? And if you don't learn those lessons, if you really truly never learn your lesson, you're not going to grow as a person. And so yeah, I just really want to bring people together more. And yeah, sorry guys, it's really late, so I'm probably gonna end this video here soon. I've got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow, but I really did want to talk about tarot and how I brought it into my journey. I should probably do that in another video because that's a lot of stuff and more details to get into, and this is already at like almost 22 minutes, and like I said, I really don't want to make these too long because I want people to be able to enjoy them and really just want to watch them. You know, because I can understand if people don't really want to watch too long a video. So me rambling on like usual, but yeah guys, if you took anything from this video or just enjoy watching anything I put up, or just enjoy hearing anything I have to say, please hit the like and subscribe button again. And I did put my Instagram and I put my Twitter and my email down in the description box. So yeah, I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for taking a look, and I'll see you on the flip side. Love you guys. Bye.